Hey again, YouTube. Today I'm here with the Skyrover X1 and the DJI Air 3. Today we're going to be putting these things up to the nighttime challenge. It's a little dark out. The sun just went down, and we're going to try night mode on both of these. So supposedly these things have the same sensor in them. I don't really know how true that is, but the Skyrover looks excellent. I already flew this at night a bunch of times, but I wanted to see it in full 16:9, so see what it looks like in full 4K. Again, that night mode on both of them only has that 30 FPS, but we're going to try it out. Of course, this thing's going to be a little bit better. It's a little tiny bit windy out tonight too, really cold. But I'm going to show you real quick what's included with the Skyrover. So, of course, you get the Skyrover remote, which is in black like this. They also have this option available in gray as well, but I really like the yellow because you can actually see it. So it comes with the stock remote. This is exactly what I got when I picked up the Air3 originally. I just had the remote that looked just like this. But I eventually upgraded to the screen-in remote. But there is some good news from Skyrover. I spoke to them the other day, and they're saying that there's going to be a new screen-in remote coming. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully I get my hands on it before anybody else does. But it also comes with this nice case as well. This is a nice durable case. Comes with some extra props that are in here, as well as some batteries and stuff. So you have the little charging dock there, but it comes with the screwdriver, everything that you need to assemble and disassemble it. This thing has been great. I absolutely love the Skyrover. If there's any videos that you have an opinion for that you would like to see something with one of these drones, let me know. The only reason why I'm only doing this with the Skyrover X1 and not the S1 is because of the low light mode. So we're going to challenge this right now, see if there's any difference. Here we go. So we're going to start off with the DJI Air 3. As you see, here it is. I'm going to take my gimbal cover right off, nice and simple. Unfold this. We're going to get that remote started actually really quickly. There it is. I'm going to get this thing, get some satellites, get the home point taken care of, and then we'll be good to go. So there that is. Let's lay this down over here. I got the Air 3 all set up. We're ready to go. It looks like we have 25 satellites, about 25, 26 satellites. I'm going to swipe down and start recording. I'm going to do this on both so you guys can see they're in night mode and how this thing works. I'm going to go down to here and pop it in from normal mode to night mode. And you can see how much brighter the screen gets. So we're going to take off manually. I don't have a full battery with this, so we're going to try to do this quickly. There's the landing light. I wish the Skyrover did have a landing light, but it's not a deal breaker for me since I don't fly this thing enough. And I like to kind of try to hide myself when I am flying at night. We're going to get about 130 feet. I don't have a full battery again. I forgot to charge this for some reason. So, I mean, it still lasts a long time. The Air3 does a really good job with its battery life. So we're at 133 feet. We're going to move forward real quick to this building because it's well lit. Now, if I pan down a little bit, you guys could see that is really dark over there. It's like, actually, I'm looking over there right now, and it is pitch black. It still looks great. You can actually see the lines in this stuff and the dirt and everything. So we'll go over to this building, pan up a little bit so you could see it. Really nice and cloudy out tonight. It's cold, and you can see it's about to snow, actually. So those are snow clouds that are up there. But this building looks fantastic. Look at this. Look at how well lit this looks, and it looks just like you're flying during the day. It looks magical. Really, it looks so good. I love the Air 3. It's been one of my favorite drones. Love the fact that it has good battery life. I like the 3x optical zoom. Just love the way it flies, and it holds up really well in wind. So does the Skyrover, really, to be honest with you. I had it out there the other day in about 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it held up, it held its own. It's just steady as could be. But look at that building. It looks crisp, clear, beautiful looking. So that's the building. Let's scroll over a little bit just so you guys can see the parking lot. You can see all those cars, very well lit. And then you got another big aquatic center over here, I think, or sports complex. And then we're going to turn back around over here so you guys can see there's a parking lot one last time. And we're going to try flying over in this direction. We're going to try to keep both drones on the same path so we get a fair comparison. So I'm going to fly over here. I'm going to pop this one in sports mode. Probably going to do the same thing. So you hear that obstacle avoidance obviously turned off. But we're going to come over here. This is this little skate park, really well lit. I'm going to see what it looks like. Wow, that looks so good. The Air 3 is an absolute beast. I'm really hoping that the Skyrover is definitely comparable to this. But look at that. Wow. Crisp, clean. Do kind of like a little cinematic roll over here. Imagine if you were recording this with a sports game or something. It would look so good. I just do not ever go near, unless you have some kind of authorization. Do not go near any kind of stadium or anything like that. Be careful. And you definitely don't want to fly over people. So you see there's somebody on there, so I'm going to fly in this direction over here where there's nobody. And look at how dark this field is, and you could still see it. It's very well lit. Looks really good. We're going to come over to this little field, which is well lit. And you can see there's some people playing over there. And you can see now, this thing even looks great. A little cinematic roll right there. That looks really, really good. Crystal clear. And again, we'll just try the zoom on this. I'll show you the zoom too on the Skyrover. But this is a 3x zoom. It is really laggy. So if you've been having an issue with the Air 3, I guess it doesn't do. Maybe it won't do zoom. There it is. 2x. But that's going to be your optical zoom, digital zoom, I think, when you do this. But if you do it manually, you can also manually do it. There it is, 3x. You can see it looks crystal clear, especially for night. It just will not let me switch into optical zoom for some reason on night mode. So we're going to take a look at this parking lot. You guys can see. I'll pan up a little bit. Wow, it looks so good. This parking lot looks crisp. So there's that parking lot. I'll hold it there for a second so you can see what it looks like. Again, we're going to try to avoid flying over people. We'll fly over these little cars right here. And now you can see this. This is really pitch black over there too. It looks like it's better lit, but it's not. It's really dark. That looks really good. Crystal clear that looks. Imagine a game on this bad boy. And then what we're going to do is we'll fly over here quick. Just take a look at the street, the road. I'll try to do the same path with the X1. So here is this. Fly over here. I'm trying to be careful because there is a tower to my left-hand side. And here's the roadway with it. So we'll hold it still for a second. Pan it up. You guys can see what the roadway looks like. That is really cool at night. I love that. And I'll pan up. There's one of those big towers I was talking about in my other video, as well as a tower for cell phones and stuff. We're going to go over to this for the final thing. And we're going to take a look at this. A little tennis court over here. Going to fly over. And we're going to see what this looks like in night mode. So we can get a fair comparison between the two. Here we are over here. Wow. Look at that. Just look at that. That is impressive. Like I said, I love the Air 3. I'm really hoping that the Skyrover looks just as good, especially on the big screen in 16:9, in landscape mode. But look at that. I'll hold it there for a second, and I'm going to try to do the same thing for the Air 3 so you guys can see a fair comparison. It looks really good. We'll pan back over to this little parking lot so you can see it. But, all right, we're at the point where we're going to bring it back home, fly it this way. I'm back over there. And we're going to talk about it a little bit. Here's the landing, the Air 3. There it is. That is a big beast, I'll tell you that. There it is. Great landing. That was a manual landing. You could choose to do it on here too. But that's the Air 3. Let's move over to the Skyrover. And now we have the Skyrover. Here it is. Very nice and easy to remove gimbal cover. So if you've been wondering about that, it's very easy to remove. Just unfold these arms here. Everything's good. I just checked the props on this before I even took the gimbal off. So here we go. Here we are with the Skyrover X1. And what we're going to do is I'm going to swipe up real quick. I'm going to start the screen recording first so we can see this. And then we should be good to go. We're going to pop this into night mode. It works just like the Air 3 does. We have 26 satellites right now. Looking good. So everything is about to go. We're going to do the same thing, manual takeoff with this. So there we go. Takeoff. I'm going to start recording. All right, here we go, taking off. I'm going to try being as steady as I can. It is really windy out. I would say it's at least 20-mile-an-hour gust at one point. So we're going to get up to that safe range where I figured like 130 feet. So just so we could be fair with this. So I'm starting to record on both of these. Take it off, and here we go. We're going to push forward. We're going to go over to that parking lot real quick so you can see what it looks like. And you guys see those clouds up there? Those are definitely snow clouds for sure. It's definitely going to snow. It's cold here in North Texas. For those of you that never been to Texas, it definitely snows. But there we go, that parking lot. This looks beautiful, doesn't it? Beautiful. Really, I'm going to just show you guys a steady real quick before we move. Again, we're at, I'm going to pop it out of Pro mode. I don't know why I had it on Pro mode. So there we go. We can be fair. 4K, 30 FPS. You guys can see. Let's take a look at that building again. Go up to that. Actually, believe it or not, I'm starting to think that the Skyrover looks better than the Air 3 with night mode. Because you see how sharp that is? Before, it was like kind of glowing with the Air 3. That building looks like magical. It looks crystal clear. So that is that. Let's turn around a little bit just so we can see. We're going to try to do the same kind of path we did there. We're going to take a ride over to here and see if we can look at this little skateboard park again. So I'm going to push forward. We're going to pop it in sports mode again. What do you say? Or normal mode.
Unavailable. Fly with
so it has the same voice DJI does, doesn't it? And if you've noticed that, if you know anything about DJI or heard them before, it's the same exact sound. So here we are over to here. We're doing about 26, 27 miles an hour right now. I must be against the wind. Now, I've gotten up to 35 miles an hour, a little over 35 with the Skyrover, and you can see that looks unbelievably good. That's that little park, the skateboard park. We got people in there this time, so we're going to try to be as careful as we can. We push forward a little bit so you guys can see what it looks like, and I'll pan down. That looks unbelievably crystal clear for night mode. Really, it looks so good. All right, we're going to move around them, and we're going to go back over to here, that same park that we were at. You guys can see what that looks like. Kind of the same flight path. I'm trying my best here. But just look at that. Unbelievable. Now, to be fair, this thing does have 3 times digital zoom. So we're going to just try that real quick with this. There we go. And it still looks really good. A little tiny bit grainier because of course it's digital. It's never going to be perfect. It's not optical. But it does look great, really. For night mode, this looks fantastic. There's 2 times and there's 3 times. You can see those people pretty clearly. So we're going to come back this way. All right, there's this parking lot here. And we're going to just float around a little bit. I'm trying not to be over the top of people. So we're going to come over to this way real quick. I'm flying in between people, like in between the cars. And here's that baseball field again at night. So you can see this is, like I said, pitch black when I was talking about the Air 3. It's really dark. That looks unbelievably good. So you can't lie. I mean, video does not lie. You guys can see the settings. That's why I wanted to be fair and show this exact settings. I wanted to show the screen recording. There's that water tower again. And let's take a ride over to the street quick so you guys can see what cars look like. No games going on tonight. See that? I mean, it looks so good. There's a lot less glow than the Air 3. So I don't know if it's because this is a brand new sensor or there's something different about it, but look at the cars, the roadway. I mean, it looks so good. We're going to look again. We'll pan it up so you guys can see the storm clouds just where we were. That looks really, really good. It's the same kind of shot that I have with that. And then we're going to go over to the tennis court quick. So here we go. Line it up over here. Now, you'd think that there would be some kind of interference because of that water tower and that cell towers and all, but I have no problem at all. The only problem I have is when I'm by my house. For some reason, if I fly over in this direction from my house, it loses connection over here for some reason, just in between this like little area. But here we are by the tennis courts again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to be smooth, but I can hardly feel my hands out here. Look at that. I mean, it's unbelievable. It looks so good. Crystal clear. I'll hold it there for a second. Like I said, I'm going to try to compare it side by side just so you could see exactly what the footage looks like. But I think that looks ridiculously good. So there we are. Going to pan back around again. One final shot of that right there. And then back over here. And then we're going to fly back real quick. So let's get this back home and then we'll talk about it. And here's the Skyrover landing. You can see this is the only downfall. It does not have a landing light, but that's not a big deal to me, especially if you're trying to be, you're trying to hide from people and not have people looking at you. But there it is. I think that looks great. Footage, we're going to see what it looks like. That concludes our test with the Skyrover X1 versus the DJI Air 3. Both drones look super crisp on the remote. I gotta say, really, the Skyrover actually almost looks better to me on the remote. I don't know what it's gonna look like when we get it in landscape mode and pull it up on the PC, but they do a great job. Both excellent drones. The night mode on this I know is gonna be insane, so I can't wait to see what they both look like side by side. So here we go. Please, if you can, like and subscribe. I'm trying my best to get more content out there, and if you ever have anything that you'd like to see, any kind of comparisons or anything like that, please let me know. Thanks.